Welcome back to Midco Sports tonight. That is the look you get from Aaron, by the way, when you ask him a stupid question. But anyway, South Dakota State's women's basketball team has won 7 of the last 9 Summer League tournament championships, and they are a contender this year to make it 8 out of 10, but they're going to have to get by one team that has already gotten in the way a couple of times this season. And here's more with SDSU head coach Aaron Johnston. The Jackrabbits are 23-6 right now. Their RPI is sky high, and they're playing some of the best basketball of the season in the last few weeks. They're 12-2 in the Summit League, both of those losses to South Dakota, and one of them last week in Vermillion, in which South Dakota State led by 9 points early in the fourth quarter, but ultimately lost by 5.
For us. I thought we played really well throughout the game, but just couldn't quite find a way to finish it in the last few minutes. Offensively, played really well for 35 minutes. Shot the ball effectively. We got good looks. Then the last couple of minutes, their defense tightened up and they made some shots, so they deserve a lot of credit for that. Going through the conference year undefeated is a tough thing, and they earned it. But I do think our team played well enough to win. We just didn't quite get it done, so it was time to move on and get ready for the next one. You know, I don't think the team was shaken to the point where it was hard to get up for the Fort Wayne game. They're disappointed, just like they are after every loss. That's the great thing about having a team that's really confident and believes in themselves and has a lot of talent. They expect to win. And when that game didn't work the way we wanted, having a game after that we had to get ready for was actually a good thing. And I thought they shifted gears and focused really well.
Well, the Jacks ended the regular season with a win at Fort Wayne. They got 14 points from Maya Selland, who is getting back into the rotation after missing 7 games with a foot injury. So it's all good going into the Summer League tournament, although those 2 losses to the Red Rivals in the regular season did hurt.
I think our team is disappointed not winning a regular season championship. That's a goal, and it's a goal for us every year. And when it doesn't happen, I know we're disappointed. To your point, it might serve as a little bit extra fire as we go down to Sioux Falls for a different event, the conference tournament. And what we always tell our team, no matter where we are in this event, anything that happened in the regular season really doesn't matter now. You have to assume you're going to get everybody's best game. You have to assume they're going to be tight and difficult. But you also have to assume we're going to play our best game, and our level is going to improve as we get down there. So it really is a whole different atmosphere. You just figure out a way to try and win that first game and move on to what comes next.
South Dakota State will play North Dakota State in the first round of the tournament. The Jacks beat the Bison by 20 early in the season in Brookings, and South Dakota State won by 21 about a month ago in Fargo. But the Bison have been better in this matchup than those margins might say.
Both those games, the final score was widespread, but they were both closer than maybe sometimes the score dictated. There were times in those games where we had a difficult time matching up with them. They really spread you out with their motion offense. They score late in possessions. They do a good job of being really versatile, meaning there's not 1 or 2 players that score for them. So both games were difficult, and we had to play pretty well. So we'll have to try and improve from where we were in those first 2.
All right, Jacks and the Bison in the first round of the tournament. There's been talk all year that if the Jackrabbits do not win the Summer League tournament, that South Dakota State would still get into the NCAA tournament as an at-large bid, and that might be a possibility, but they don't want to hear anything about that scenario until the Summer League tournament title is all settled next Tuesday afternoon. All right, North Dakota will join the Summit League this summer, actually, but the Fighting Hawks want to go out with a bang in their last season in the Big Sky. UND men's head coach Brian Jones is up next, talking about work to do for the Hawks on the road to Reno and the Big Sky tournament.
Midco Sports Tonight, presented by Avera Orthopedics.